Okay, good morning from Jack's Number 2 Coffee Shop in Reno, Nevada, and hello to our Zoom friends. April the 6th, 2024, we got snowed out last month, and here we are today, so hallelujah. Barry K6FP, president of the club, so happy everybody's here today. And we have a lot of cool stuff, so let's go. Can you hear me okay in the back? Pretty good? Okay, good. And thank you to Mike at K7MJD, who brought us a really amazing system to use. Please come back every month.
Okay. Buy you breakfast, right?
Buy you breakfast. Okay, so we have some money. Let me close this out here for a sec. Anything you want me to say other than read the financials, Mr. Treasurer?
No,
we're good.
We're good. Thank you for everybody for renewing and donations and everything else coming in. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for the donations. Thanks. So there's the information. It's also in the newsletter. The membership is growing a little bit, 410. I think about 6 months ago, it was down at about 390, 395. So it's coming up. And this is a live information on the website there. Okay, volunteering. As you know, there's a lot of events, and last month at the Reno Expo, we had all these people help out. W7DBE Ed Doug, KJ7DHY Ed, W6US Jim, KB7JZO, which is Eugene, KG7QXE West, KJ7TKR, that's Tom, KJ7SL Richard, KE6QHK, I think it's Howard, N7SAX, which is Greg, KK7DTO Mark, N7JTJ, I think it's Bill, AE7EF Dave, myself, K6ST Barry, W6RWL, which is Ralph, and KK7RHH, which I think is Steve. Steve, good. So it was great. There was pictures, I believe, in the newsletter. It was really great. This year it was just 3 days. Last year it was 5 days, and the first 2 days were a bus. So it worked out well. Thanks to Jim and the team, and Doug and Eugene, myself. Arlen was there from Aries. We got things set up on I guess it was Wednesday, and then Friday it started, and you'd never know that, by the time the event starts, you never know that you could open the big doors, everybody could drive stuff in. And then we had 3 days with an AM and PM shift, have a lot of people with a lot of interest. We had a sheet about off-roading, so that helped. And just a lot of great conversation, both with new potential hams, existing hams, people that did know their license is still good, and then camaraderie within the club, and then people had time to walk around. So I'm sure we'll do that again. So thanks to everybody on that. Okay, Ham Radio Night continues on Zoom. It's the third Monday of the month, and it will be April 15th. So I guess you can call it tax day. Hopefully it will be, you'll have your taxes done. We're going to have WinLink, and one of the people in the club and also in Aries, and that's Ed, KJ7DHY, is going to do some presentation and maybe some live WinLink, Analog VHF, UHF, which is a regular staple each month, DMR Fusion, D-Star. If Tony is around, he's the pro on that, and then one about books and resources. So that's coming up on April 15th. Now in May, get ready for our spring swap meet on May 11th, which is, gosh, what, 5 weeks from today-ish? So it's going to be at Cabela's. And you can see on the sheet here, sellers at 7, buyers at 8. Cabela's opens at, I'm going to move this thing. Cabela's opens at 9, and then they have a drawing at 10. So it's on the SNARS.org website. And then also you can go to renohamswap.com. It's $10 per space, and if you sign up ahead of time and you go online, you can specify the things you're going to sell. So that's cool. And thanks to Tony for setting up this web page. Okay, the Stars multi-club picnic. So we had it scheduled in, I want to say the end of September.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful weather except the one day we had. So we pivoted and went to a pizza chain. So now we're back on again. This time it will be in May 18th, Saturday, the weekend before Memorial Day. And we're going to have it at the picnic area at Davis Creek Regional Park. The three main clubs are Sierra, Tara up in South Lake and Snars. And we're going to have a fox hunt. So who does not know what a fox hunt is? Oh my God. 1, 2. Okay. Who's done a fox hunt? Okay. Maybe a third has done a fox hunt. So fox hunt is where they take a small little radio about the size of this, and it's got a beacon, and it's hidden. It'd be like a scavenger hunt, sort of, kind of. And you take your VHF or UHF radio, whatever you put it on, and either with your antenna, with your body, the shield, or you make a little beam out of some wire or some tape, measuring tape. And what you're doing is you're looking for it. So if you think of a scavenger hunt as looking for something that's hard to find, and then you find it, so that's like one thing. That is like a scavenger hunt sort of for ham radio, and it's usually in a place that you would never expect to find it. Yeah. So you got to kind of, what you're doing is DFing, direction finding. You're looking for it, and then there's going to be a prize. Last year they were talking about 6-pack of beer or a 6-pack of soda. We'll see what happens this year. And so we're going to have a fun time. We might even have HF out there, I'm guessing. Maybe not. We'll see. And
we can make the prize more interesting. We can do ham related.
Ham related, yes. I like that even better. So that's the news. I sent the registration page over to our illustrious webmaster, and he'll probably have it up next week. So it'll be on the webpage. Any questions about the picnic? Okay, good. Hopefully we get a lot of sunshine. No rain. Okay, comments. Anybody at the restaurant here that has comments? Comments, Steve.
Howdy. Everyone knows on the East Coast that there's a big eclipse happening this weekend, and I'm a planetary researcher, so I'm kind of excited about such things. It's going to happen to 50% partial eclipse here in Reno, and that's still very significant, which I just learned about. It's like, oh, cool. And the weather is supposed to be perfect Monday. So from 10:15 Monday morning until 12:15 is the sun is some degree of partially eclipsed. And at 11:15, that's the peak. And if you don't have the really super dark glasses, it's not good to stare at the sun. So the fun thing, I think, is to look at all the little pinhole camera images underneath trees and fences. Some people take out a colander with the kids and play with all the little stuff. And so there's lots of things you can do, and there's tons of information online. But 11:15 Monday morning, good weather. Yes.
Another way I learned all the way back eons in elementary school is our teachers would get out there. You have one piece of white paper, and then you put the little hole in the other.
If you really want to get fancy, you take a cardboard box, put a pinhole here, and I usually put a big hole and then foil over it with literally a very small hole. And then on the inside of the box, we have a piece of paper as a screen. Yeah. Put the box over your head to make sure someone photographs you.
I'm going to repeat just to it for Zoom and for the recording. The eclipse is local in Reno is 9:15, 10:15.
It starts to 12:15.
12:15 and ends, and at 11:15 is
right. The middle is about a 50%.
About a 50%. Okay, that sounds good. By the way, there is something called the help me with this, Jim. The Solar Eclipse QSO Club. SEQP. You can read about that online. It's very fascinating what they do. And the little bit I know, the one time we had one a few years ago, and the sun went away. You know, it's just like going in the nighttime. Not only do you see it, but all the bands like go in the toilet and then they come back out. So it's a very cool thing. Okay, thank you, Steve.
Actually, it happened during the Nevada QSO party a couple years or last year, and 40 meters was enhanced by the shadow. It basically went to nighttime conditions and tremendous openings on 40 meters in the middle of the day. Cool. So that's something to look for also on the radio. Yeah. So thanks for that. 40 meters is really good when all the darkness comes out. Okay, any other comments here at the restaurant? Okay, just mention also Field Day is coming up the fourth weekend in June. Now, most people say it's the last weekend, and technically it is the fourth weekend. And the reason that's important is this year there's 5 weekends. So it's the fourth weekend in June. We set up on Friday, June 21st. We operate Saturday, June 22nd at 11 o'clock local to 11 o'clock the next day, and then we tear down. So just want to let you know, we'll have more information about that. Okay. Anything on the Zoom site? Any questions? If there are, just unmute yourself. Let's see what this chat says. Oh, David Diaz, K6LVH, that is a member of STARS, lives in Texas, and is going to be good in Longview. Super. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to come to any of the board members. Today we have myself, we have Jim, we have Doug. We have John, Brian is gone, Tony's out of town, and Crystal's not here. And then if you have any questions for STARS itself, just email stars@stars.org. Somebody will get back to you. Including on there questions about membership. Kim Farnham is our membership chairperson and does a great job. So she's happy to answer any of those. Any questions? One more time. Any questions for anybody on Zoom? Okay, not hearing any. We have local vendors, DX Engineering in the Summit Racing. You can order online and then just go pick it up to have it in stock locally. That's fantastic. We have Hammond Hi-Fi over on Glendale, and right next door at a different slot, we have a Chameleon Antennas. By the way, last year we had a breakfast over at Chameleon Antennas in October. We're going to have something again, so stay tuned for when it comes. It might be in the summer. We'll have to see. And then we have nets. We have Monday through Friday new net on the analog system. We have the digital net on Tuesday nights at 8 and a new D-Star net on Wednesday at 6 p.m. So check that out. And then in a few minutes, we're going to have Jim do a wonderful presentation. W6US, thank you. He's preparing for 7QP, which is coming up next month. And lastly, thank you all for attending stars.org. So this is the April 6, 2024 meeting, and I'm going to stop the recording.